What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Haze video. Today we're gonna talk about the three upcoming champions in Wild Rift, which will be the Kaysante, as we see right here. It's gonna be Talia, obviously rock surfing. There we go. And with the third one, it is actually Skarner. So yes, pretty cool. I think damn I closed the Kisante rework. It doesn't matter. We're gonna look right here at Talia first. So Talia's kit. Talia's kit has actually not changed for a while. She's a quite a balanced champion. I don't expect her to be that broken in Wild Rift either. So her passive is when she's near walls, she will surf.
Talia's
Her
passive is
rock
rock
surfing.
surfing, which gives her extra movement speed when traveling near walls.
Yeah, that's it. Basically, it gets
The bonus
cancelled
drops off when she casts a spell
if she
or
attacks
takes
or if she
damage.
gets attacked. Very balanced. Threaded volley. This is her bread and butter in terms of damage.
Talia's Q is Threaded Volley, which tears up rocks from the ground around her, letting her fire them in a target direction, dealing damage in a small area of effect.
Yep.
She's then free to move around while firing, basically like a Lucian ultimate.
Yeah, but it's kind of like illusional. You gotta like pick the direction and then she can move it.
All rocks in the volley after the first one that lands deal reduced damage.
So your first rock is very important.
Casting Threaded
Well, actually, your first rock that hits, it doesn't matter.
Volley turns the area around Talia into worked ground for a few minutes. Further, Volley casts over worked ground will refund half the spell's mana cost, but yields only one lonely little rock.
I don't know if they're gonna keep this mechanic, but yeah, you basically cannot queue the same area.
Worked ground doesn't affect Stoneweaver's allies or opponents, but it does give her a small speed boost when she travels over it. When trading in lane, try to leave patches of unworked ground in an easy-to-reach spot. When your opponent steps out of position, hopscotch over to the fresh dirt and start stoneweaving.
Yep, she will need some spatial management.
Talia's W is Seismic Shove. On first cast, she marks a target location, which, after a brief delay, erupts, knocking up and damaging all caught.
This is a very good pull root CC ability.
Enemies. Talia can recast Seismic Shove before it erupts to toss her victims in a targeted direction.
Yep, look at that stun.
It can be hard to land Seismic Shove on mobile enemies, but don't take the ability for granted. You might just need to swat away a sneaky spider. Talia's E, Unraveled Earth, scatters boulders onto the ground before her, damaging and slowing all enemies they strike.
Basically, if you dash on this, you get stunned.
After a few seconds, the field erupts, dealing a second wave of damage. Opponents who dash through the boulders blow up any rocks they touch. This also works if enemies get tossed into the field somehow, like by a seismic shove or a headbutt, for example. Plant
I believe in newer versions they also stun when they get
Unraveled Earth to slow the approach of big spin.
because this is a very old video. But when they get shoved, I believe they also get stunned.
Or use it to block off a path so you can make your escape.
Either way, yeah, it is a zoning ability and her signature wall surfing.
Here's the real reason you bring Talia to your team. Gigantic walls of impassable terrain from halfway across the map. When Talia casts her ultimate, Weaver's Wall, she summons a massive wall of spiraling rock that tears through the rift in a target direction, knocking aside enemies and blocking their movement just like a regular wall would. Talia can reactivate Weaver's Wall while casting it to ride atop the wave as it emerges. Taking damage or inputting a move command in any direction while riding will cause her to hop off.
Yep, she can hop off.
If she doesn't reactivate while casting, the wall will simply complete its trip without her. To collapse the wall early, you can hit that R button once again. Also, enemies will be able to see and hear the wall as it emerges, even through Fog of War. Use Talia's passive to surf within ult range of an ally's lane. Then, use
Yep, that's Talia basically.
Weaver's Wall.
Very good ganking capability, very good counter pick champion, very good blind pick champion. Uh, Basically very good jump. And then we can look into Skarner. No, Skarner, passive. His attacks shatter dirt uphill and play apply quaking to enemies. Enemies with 3 stacks take percentage max HP damage over time. Pretty broken. There's another tank that does trillions of damage. Now Q, he basically rips a rock out, and his third attack has just throws the rock at range instead of melee. Yep, there's the slam. Skarner gains a shield and slams into the ground. Damage and slow. A little damage. But yeah. As he charges forward, ignoring terrain, and grabs the first enemy champion or land monster he collides with. He may then carry a short way, damaging and stunning them if they collide with a wall. They can see the indicator just like when Kane is on the wall. Look at the stun. Quite cool, quite cool. R, his impale ability, his signature ability. You can impale up to 3 champions, damaging and suppressing them. Very broken teamfight ability. You cannot use QE or flash. You can pull enemies over walls. Duration is the same regardless of how many enemies you pull. So pretty nice. And yeah, then there's some gameplay. Now let's look at Keisande passive. Keisande's damaging abilities mark enemies hit for a short duration. Attacking a marked enemy consumes a mark to deal damage plus max health physical damage. More max health. And on All Out, which is his ultimate transformation, it does physical damage and additional max health throw damage. So yeah, just a 2-hit passive, just hit once, hit twice, and you do more damage. Now his Q, it's kind of like a strike as you say, and if you hit 2 of them, you are gonna get this empowered pull right here, which will pull and stun enemies to you if hit. I believe it's very clunky. On All Out, this ability's cooldown is reduced and no longer slows targets on hit. Can my browser wake up? Hello. Okay, there we go. Okay, his W. He basically charges or runs at someone. He does physical health. He does percentage max health physical damage. This guy has so much physical damage. Knocking back and stunning enemies he passes through. Yep, so he stuns them. It doesn't show there. But yeah, basically very strong CC ability, very strong charge ability. This ability's cooldown is refreshed, the damage reduction is increased, it deals an additional amount of physical damage based on charge time, and the charge and dash speed are doubled. He basically just becomes way more broken. His E is his least broken ability. He just clicks E on an ally. He has a dash, of course he does. And yeah, he gets an ally a shield. I don't know why Riot's website is so cooked. But yes, that's it all out. The dash speed is increased, and there's increased rage, can go over walls, cause on normal ability cannot go over walls. And yeah, all out, he slams a target into a wall, and then the target gets TP'd on the other side, and you can 1v1 them. You basically go all out. He loses a percentage of max health, bonus armors, bonus magic resist. He gains attack damage, omnivamp, and transforms his abilities. So yeah, he becomes quite strong. If he misses this ability, he will still go all out, but he will not stun and move the target through a wall. Either way, that was all three champions. You guys can let me know if you like any of them and if you're gonna play any of them. I personally really like Taldia. I do think the other two champions are a bit brain dead and are gonna be balanced nightmares. Take care, guys. This was Haze. Bye bye.